All right. Well, hello and welcome, you guys. Fuck yeah. Welcome and hello. Today is Thursday, you guys, which means that it is 100% vlog day. I am stoked. I'm stoked to be here. If I'm being really honest, I had a little bit of technical difficulties there at the top of the program. In fact, a lot of the things, hey, the vlog thing is still there. Okay, so the long story short is that my hard drive, my external hard drive, like disconnected at the last minute from my desktop computer. My files are gone and weird all over the place. I don't care. We're going to power through. Welcome to the vlog. Hello to everyone in the replay. Hello to everyone in the chat. I hope you're all having a fantastic night tonight. But yeah, I got a vlog all planned out for you guys. I can't do that thing where I put all the timestamps down at the bottom, but for those watching on the replay, all of the timestamps should be down in the description below. Hopefully by the time you see this, all the timestamps are going to be down in the description below. But I got a vlog. I got a vlog all planned out. We are definitely going to be tasting some beer. We're definitely going to be doing some what I've been vaping. I want to talk about that DAMN JENNA RDA a little bit. I've got some vape mail. It's a low quantity of vape mail. Chinese New Year is starting very soon. So I think the vape mail stuff during Chinese New Year is going to be like, hey, no vape mail. Hey, that's totally cool. You know what? We'll fill that space with something else fucking awesome. Yeah, we will. We'll fill that space with something. But welcome. We're going to do comments of the week. We're going to do viewer mails. I have a retro vaping all ready to go. I have a very random juice tasting all ready to go. We're going to do the super chat at the end. But Lord, welcome. Welcome, my friends, to the vlog. And I want to kick this vlog off. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Okay, it is gonna work. I want to start this vlog off with that thing that is my new favorite thing to do. I don't believe I've shown this video before, but if I have, then I apologize if it's a repeat, but I like to do that thing that is my favorite thing to do at the top of the vlog where I hear from one of my subscribers. So we're gonna we're gonna hear from Scarlett.
Hey Nick, my name is Scarlett and I had a getting to know GrimmGreen question. I was wondering if you happen to have any favorite coffee and vape pairings. I know you used to be a Starbucks partner, I am right now. And I just discovered the glory that is the Starbucks double shot on ice mixed with Yig together. It's fantastic. If this does make it into the vlog, then I would love it if you could shout out my husband Sebastian and my friend Chandler for always supporting me through my vaping journey. Let's keep on vaping. So good.
Yeah, absolutely. Scarlett, boom, roasted. Thank you so much for that video. Shout out to you. Shout out to your husband. I love that you love Yig with the double espresso on ice, I believe is what you said. The thing is, when I was working for Starbucks, especially when I was a barista, I was just a smoker. When I was a barista, I smoked. I smoked like crazy. I smoked every second I got. Every time it was slow, it's like, all right, I'm heading out back. Cigarette time, right? So when I worked for Starbucks, I never, ever did a coffee and e-liquid pairing. It's just not something that I ever did because I was a smoker back then. But now that I am a vapor, obviously, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a go. I've been off coffee. For anybody interested, I've been off coffee. I've been off caffeine. It affects me in a real weird way that I never really noticed before when I was consuming tons of it. But as soon as I went caffeine free for like a month, God, I felt so much better just all around, physically, mentally. So I've been trying to not drink caffeine, but hell, I might just give it another shot. We did just get a dope burr grinder as a wedding gift, and I'm excited to use it. And we finally have a good grinder because this entire relationship, I've been giving Casey Pickle a hard time about her horrible blade grinder, and I'm being like the coffee snob elitist guy. I'm like, hey, come on, Pickle, you need a proper grinder. Like, I'm not going to drink any swill that you make with that terrible grinder. So we finally got a good grinder, and now it's not getting used because I just drink decaf now. But I miss coffee. I miss coffee in a very, very serious way. So yeah, Scarlett, I'll give it a shot. I'll try some coffee pairings in the future. But what we're gonna do right now is, I think it's time to taste some beer. Let's see if the beer intro works. Nope. All right, so the beer intro doesn't work, but that's okay because we can easily go right here and go right here and go right here and then beer. Good Lord. Well, just as a heads up, this vlog is going to have a little bit of technical difficulties. All my bumpers are going to be weird. Probably my favorite comments of the week are all messed up too. No point in doing those, spending morning doing those because they're just going to be all messed up. But the beer that we are tasting today, I'm a huge fan of Firestone Brewery out of Northern California. They make some of the best beers that have just ever existed on Earth. This is the 2018 Parabola Imperial Stout. And generally with Firestone beers, they don't make a lot of them, and it's done in such limited quantities that I tend to buy a bottle and then I just want to save it. Like I just want to cellar it for like years. I have some 2014, 2015 Firestone beers that I've been tempted to get into recently, but I saw this one. It was in my fridge. I believe this was actually a Christmas gift from my amazing wife, Casey Pickle. But this is the 2018 Parabola. It's an Imperial Stout from Firestone. I don't know much about it, and by I don't know much about it, it basically means I don't know anything about this particular beer. I've had some of the other Firestone stuff, a lot of the other Firestone stuff that I really very much enjoy. The Firestone, what is it? Firestone Sticky Monkey is one of my favorite beers just of all time. But I want to look up this Firestone Parabola. I don't know if it has the 2018 in here. What does it say? This Russian Imperial Oatmeal Stout is aged for a full year. This Oatmeal Stout, this Imperial Oatmeal Stout is aged for an entire year? I love that. That is bananas. Full year in a blend of bourbon barrels from Elijah Craig, Four Roses, Pappy Van Winkle, Woodford Reserve, and Buffalo Trace. So basically, they take bourbon barrels of like the 5 greatest bourbons to Pappy Van Winkle? Are you kidding me? Pappy Van Winkle? I had a shot of Pappy Van Winkle 5-year that cost me, I don't know, well over $200 for a shot of Pappy Van Winkle, and this beer is aged in their bourbon barrels. Oh, damn. All right, I'm super excited. I got my Luchador bottle opener that was a replacement from Casey Pickle. This was a Casey Pickle gift, and I love it because you just put this little guy on here, and he's like, and opens it eventually. It's good shit. I have a Grimm Army tulip style glass. This is the Parabola. I'm expecting it to pour like an Imperial Stout. It's probably going to look a lot like motor oil. Yeah. Like zero carbonation, zero effervescence. There's going to be no head on this. It's just, look at that. Just enjoy your fucking glass of motor oil. So here we go. This is a very special beer for a very special night. It's not actually a really special night, but it's Thursday and it's vlog day, and now's when we all get to hang out. So cheers to you guys. Thanks for coming out. I don't even know what to say to this beer. How did you get so good, Parabola? Oh my God. I can't even explain. Holy shit, this beer is good. So it's an oatmeal Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. So you get a lot of alcohol up front. This is a high ABV. This is a This is damn near 13%, which should make this vlog really very interesting. It's a 12.7 ABV. Up front, I get booze. The booze note is strong in this, and it's like a bourbony booze note, which I really, really enjoy. I love bourbon, and so I like the bourbony booze note that I get from this. A lot of upfront sweetness, a lot of upfront like dates and raisins. Like, are those called nightshades? No, those aren't called nightshades. Nope, I'm an idiot. Raisins, dates, that's what I'm getting from this. A lot of really deep, low notes, and you can't escape the alcohol. It's like the first thing you taste, followed by like a really sweet raisin type of flavor. Oh my God. I can't even. This beer is incredible, and I'm looking at my desk pondering, like, what the crap am I going to pair with this? Hooch Pure Banana, maybe? Maybe Hooch Pure Banana? That is the only non-fruity, super fruity, like strawberry type of flavor that I have that's like not a berry, strawberry, fruit punch, pony on acid type of flavor. So, shit, we get one shot at this. So we're going to try Hooch Pure Banana with the Firestone 2018 Parabola. Boosh. There you go. Cheers, guys. Look, it's not the best beer pairing I've ever had, but it is far, far from the worst. I should have had Yig. Really, I should have had Yig, or I should have had Cubano. I bet a Cubano Stig. Do I have a Cubano Stig? Let's do a little investigating into GrimmGreen's mystery box here. Nope. That's Lush Ice. This fix might be a tobacco. This fix might be a tobacco. No, it's definitely not. That is not a tobacco. That is Blue Raz. Damn it. I don't have a Cubano Stig anywhere. Ugh. Well, balls. This would have gone great with a Cubano Stig. Doesn't much matter. It's 2018 Firestone Parabola. It's basically my favorite thing in the world right now. So, after that, what we do after the beer segment, you see, is we talk about what I've been vaping. I've been vaping a bunch of weird different stuff. I did that thing where I like tear down a bunch of stuff and I set up a bunch of all other different stuff. This I'm still heavily rocking. I did a review for this earlier this week. I think it was yesterday, actually. This is that Chroma A iSub B kit that I just can't get enough of. It's filled up with pony on acid. It's a beautifully flavorful restricted lung hit. And what I like about these iSub B coils is 45 watts. That's it. You don't have to crank them up. Just 45 watts and you're good to go. And it's just awesome. That is filled up with, no surprises here, that's filled up with pony on acid. And I guess we'll do this one since that's what I did for the beer pairing. But this is Aspen Mod Co. freaking Monarch, aka the most beautiful mods currently on the market. This is Atlantis, topped with that Mike Vapes Rebirth. That's my Mike Vapes impatient. Mike Vapes Rebirth. That's how we tell Rebirth RDA. The Rebirth. What's it about? Let's dive down, take a look at it. Rebirth. I love the Rebirth. Mike, you done good. It's awesome. This is filled up with Hooch Pure Banana. And it's just, good Lord, that is banging. Also, I forgot how much I like the BMI Touch. It's big. It's big and honking and pointy, but damn it, I just can't help it. This is a mod that you don't grip. You know, if we're going to bring up the topic of ergonomics again, which we shouldn't, but we are, this isn't a mod that you grab like with your hands and just grip it. This is a mod kind of like that old Voopoo mod that I can't remember the name of that was real jagged and real pointy as well. This is a fingertip mod. I just hold it in my fingertips like this, and I can flip it around and just, it's fingertips. It's fingertips all day long, and you just hold it in your fingertips and you hit the button. That's the Falcon King on top. This is loaded up with the ZS Benedict Special. We call that Rocket Blast, and that's a DHD nub tip on top because it's matchy, and fuck, I love it. This 0.34, 69 watts. Alpha, yes, Brandon, thank you. Vupu Alpha was the one I was thinking of. But yeah, it's just fingertips. It's just all fingertips. That's how you handle these type of mods, just fingertips. Works great. I'm saving the Jenna for last because we're gonna talk about the Jenna just a little bit, but I'm saving that for last. Next up, Revenant TV Yell Delta Goat RDA on top. This is loaded up with Primal Elixirs Learn. This is the 22 gauge goat head in here. This battery's dying, so I'm going to be surprised if it gives me this, but I'm asking for 84 watts. Let's see what the Delta gives me. Amazing goat flavor. Not much battery power from a very, very, very dying battery inside the Revenant, but that's okay because I can always change that out later. And I finally, so here, let's do this one first. K-Fun Light Plus Chroma A Boom Roasted. Just had to put this together. I think I'm going to be doing a video for the K-Fun. I think I'm going to do a 5-year video with the K-Fun, and I think it's going to go up either tomorrow or Saturday. I just wanted to focus a little bit on the K-Fun because it's the longest, lasting vape product that I have used for the longest amount of time. I mean, I've used my K-Fun Light Plus longer than I've used Hexohms. I've used it longer than I've used any vape product in my arsenal. This is loaded up with 12 milligram water Malone, Chroma A, 14 watts, and you just get battery life for days. Also, look at that drip tip. Thoughts? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below or the chat right now. What do you think of that drip tip? I nicknamed this drip tip Jafar because it looks like, I don't know, it looks like Jafar. It looks like something from Aladdin, right? But it's amazing, mouth to lung, all day long. And it's always really boring to watch people vape mouth to lung. It's not nearly as exciting as just taking a big rip and exhaling a weather system. With this, it's really boring. But it's so good. Also, Water Malone's in my Flow Pod. This is my pod of choice right now. I don't know why. It's a pain in the ass to fill, but I really like the pods. They have the traditional round wire Canthal coil head in there, and it's just, I find it really very satisfying. Very satisfying. Second to lastly, look what I finally set up. Yeah, this is the Bonza kit from Bogan. Fucking Bogan! Yeah, finally set it up. Dwayne sent this to me I don't know, a month ago, and it kind of just sat in my closet, and I kept saying to myself, you got to set that up, you got to set that up, you got to set that up. Finally yesterday, I set it up with the Bonza RDA, and it's glorious. It's glorious, you guys. I put some AJ Holland coils in here, some 0.09, 6-core fuse, 6-core. That's insane, 6 cores. But I'm vaping it with, surprise, Pony on Acid. In fact, look at this cute little Pony on Acid bottle. Just look at this little tiny Pony on Acid bottle. That's like the cutest little Pony on Acid bottle of all time. And then just handling it with a mech, it's awesome. You know, vaping a mech and a dripper with my, I have a burp. I have a burp that's coming out and it won't happen. My favorite thing was a mech and a dripper with a glass dripper bottle. That was my all-time favorite, all-time everything. I think I like this tiny little Smacks bottle. a little bit more than I like glass dripper bottles, but it's loaded up with pony on acid. This thing hits like the fist of an angry god. I like to close off, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that there on the RDA, but I like to close off that very top layer of holes. There's 3 stripes of airflow holes on here, and I like to clone off, what? I like to close off that very top stripe of holes. To me, that's just like the perfect airflow. And this switch is difficult to press. It reminds me of the old original rig mods that had those like 5-pound springs in them. These magnets, you got to earn it. You really got to earn this. But the reward, the reward is baller. It's unbelievable. This has been my favorite vape since I set it up. I can't set it down. I just want to keep using it and using it and using it. Those AJ Holland coils just give you that deep crackle. There is a deep crackle that happens with that many cores inside of a Fuse Clapton or inside of an Alien. And he figured it out, and I love it. I love the deep crackle, and this Bonza on this Bonza mech gives me the deep crackle that I desire. Just pull a Dwayne, just cloud comp every day. Cloud comp every hit. So now we get to this. In fact, let me change the battery real fast because the battery's dying and that is unacceptable. So we come to this. We come to this Jenna RDA. This is the Jenna RDA. I unboxed it last week in the vlog. I was finally able, with some help from the Hazer himself, figure out a lot of stuff about this RDA. Those inserts on the inside, how it all works, how to change out the drip tip. I've got a normal 810 drip tip on there now. This is sitting comfortably and beautifully on top of, I mean, my favorite Squonk mod, the top side, 42 watts, single coil in here. It's everything I've ever wanted. I mean, I'm just going to end up sounding like I'm just a Jay Hayes fanboy, but this RDA, it's incredible. It's an incredible RDA. Now, this isn't going to be a full review right now. I have a full review planned for later where I'm going to go into a lot more. We're going to talk a lot more about it. But I want to say, spending 1 week with this Jenna RDA has been one of the most enjoyable vape weeks of my life. I just don't want to put it down. It's all I want to use. The flavor on it is amazing. The airflow on it is almost flawless. It's easy to build. I can't fault it on anything right now. I can fault it on 0 right now. The only thing I could possibly fault this on is the price. It's expensive, but that's not a fault. That's just what it costs. Maybe the availability of it, because it's real hard to get. You guys, if you need something for the top of your squonker, if you have a top side, or, I mean, it doesn't have to be a top side, any squonker, and you're looking for something really nice, really slick, real hemo, amazing flavor, and it's just an all-around like, holy shit, this is a good RDA. I can't get enough. I cannot get enough of this Jenna. I literally cannot get enough of this Jenna. And what I like to do with the Jenna is what I like to do with a lot of RDAs recently, it seems like. I like to turn my wattage down a little bit. I just pop the wattage down. So this is a 0.2. It came out to a 0.19 single coil in here. And normally with a 0.2, I'd probably be into like the 60 to 65 to 70 watt range. Normally 0.2, 65 watts. That's like my benchmark. That's where I start. I adjust up or down from there. And I've adjusted this down to 42 watts. 42 watts. And it's glorious. I can just take a long drag and it's so enjoyable. And the reason I turned it down is so I could take longer drags, because longer drags are just really, really, very, really satisfying to me. Did I mention this beer is a 13% alcohol? Yeah. Yeah. That could be the reason for my ramblingness right now. But I love long drags. Just give me a long, long, long drag. I will be one happy GrimmGreen. I love it. I love this atomizer. I don't even know what else to say. It's so good. It's so good. And I told Jay Hayes, he's like, hey, are you going to review it? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's basically just going to be me sucking your dick for 10 minutes because I'm completely head over heels in love with this Jenna RDA. Not only, it works on so many levels. It's clean, it's slick, there's no knurling, there's no branding. It's just a real clean flavor banger of an atomizer with some crazy innovation on the inside. Anyway, I'm going to save it for the full review, but I couldn't go any longer without YouTube knowing how much I am truly, truly enjoying the shit out of this Jenna RDA. I mean, it doesn't even begin to explain it. This little rant that I just did doesn't even begin to go into how much I really enjoy this atomizer. I just want to do that all day. That's it. Stream's over. I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to sit here and vape my Jenna RDA. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on a little bit from that. Let's see if it works. I think it's time to do a little bit of Vape Mail. And nope. Okay. So, yay! Vape Mail! Oh, it's not playing. That's not playing. Awesome. What about now? Yeah, there we go. Good Lord. Technical issues like this, it's just something that it's infuriating, isn't it? It's frustrating as all hell. Anyway, I'm going to have some more beer. Hope you guys all have a beverage and a vape with you. Firestone Parabola. Woo! It is good. It is good. We're getting real close to the end of the Febreze scented garbage bags. I've been talking about scented garbage bags in the vlog for way too long. My favorite are the vanilla scented garbage bags, and these are the Febreze, which are fine. They smell nice. They kind of smell like a laundromat a little bit. But I got a box of vanilla that it's just a matter of time before I get there. Just a matter of time. But we got some DHL boxes that we're going to open, as well as one box from a patron that I'm very excited to get into. Very excited to get into. Also burps, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to burp away from the camera. Like I'm going to duck over there or duck somewhere instead of just... like just letting fly. Just letting fly with the burps. Anyway, again, I don't know who this came from, and this is the last knife I'm down to. All my knives are scattered throughout the house. I have like 2 in my car, but this I got on the vape tour when I was in Denver, Colorado. I truly do not remember the gentleman's name, but he was a fantastic person that gifted me this very, very badass knife. And I'm not really like a knife guy, although I do enjoy sharp, pointy things that you can stab things with. I like knives and I like swords. I have a katana sword too, that it just sits and collects dust. I got a katana sword because I was like, fuck, that'd be so fun to have a katana sword. And I sliced a watermelon with it, and then it's like the novelty wore off pretty fast, and now it just sits. Now it just sits. But it's not about that. What do we got here? Oh. This is the Pure BF. This is a squonker BD vape. This is the Pure BF. Don't worry. You don't have to look at just the packaging. I'm actually going to open one of these up. I don't know if they're color-coded or anything. Shit. Maybe we could set one up. For those of you just joining us in the vlog, if this is your first vlog, which I don't know, I said that last week. I said this couldn't possibly be anyone's first vlog, and then in the comments on the replay, people were like, "Hey, raise my hand. This is my first vlog." So if this is your first vlog, welcome to the funnest streaming show on YouTube, hands down. And we're gonna open this because I always look for something in my vape mail that I can set up and vape in this vlog video. I love boxes that do this, that are just suctioned to the bottom, and the tolerances are so tight that you can barely get them out. But here it is. Oh, what? So, here you go. Let's get a good look at this thing. Looks to be plastic. That couldn't possibly be 3D printed. It's far too smooth to be 3D printed. This has to be from a mold, right? This has to be from a mold. But there is a tiny, tiny little window right there. So if you are a female or you have big, large fingernails like talons like Casey Pickle gets, then this is not going to be a comfortable squonker for you. But thankfully, they used my favorite button placement. It's that button placement that was on the Luna squonk. It's the button placement that's on that Artery Pal, just off to the side. Just off to the side. That is a rad way to have your button placement. Looks like, look at that. Okay. All right. This, it is a metal straw tube through the top. The straw in the middle is, this is not unscrewing at all. Do I just not know how to fill this? Does this come off? I feel like I'm going to break it. Yeah, this bottle definitely does not come off of that Ultim. That is 100% on there. That is the bottle. So do you fill it through the Ultim? I'm confused. I'm confused by this in many ways. Single 18650? All right. Well, let's not spend the whole day talking about the Pure BF, but that came in. Pure BF BD Vape, which is part of that Chinese company Fumitech. Fumitech has released some odd items over the years, I would say, but now they're doing a high-end line called BD Vape. The unfortunately named BD Vape, one-of-a-kind masterpiece, sporting an optimal ergonomic design. Oh, there's that word again, ergonomics. Well, we got the BD Pure, the Pure BF. I just don't like that term BF, bottom feeding, because that's what we used to call them, but now they're squonkers. I feel like they could have called it the pure squonker. I don't know. That's just me spitballing ideas. But there's more. Don't know who this is from. Because you can never tell. Like, even if it says the name of the company, it's just a bunch of jargon. It's like Shenzhen Offshore Holding Corporation 57. And you're like, what? You're like, oh, you mean Anakin. All right. That's fine. Oh, come on, you hunk. And Plexa is Anakin's most powerful pen-style vape to date. I'm assuming this is using the Plexus mesh coil heads. Yeah, the 3D Plexus mesh coil heads right there. Ultra fast firing, patented Plex 3D mesh coil technology. And it's like a, you know, there's a lot of these out there. The Smoke has some of these. Freemax has some of these, and now Anakin has some of these. And I'm assuming that everything about this is just a little bit weird and a little bit different because that's just how Inokin rolls. It's just what they do. It looks like it uses the same looks like it uses the same Scion Plexus mesh coil heads, and now these are the 3D Plexus mesh coil heads, which means they have that like texture in them. I'm not sure if you've ever seen one real up close, but they do have like this little bit of texture to them. When you look down at the coil heads, they're not just, it's not just mesh in there, it's like this weird textury mesh. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but it works. It works well. I just want to take a look at this thing. I opened the weird like pea green soup color just because it's such a weird color. It's like pea green soup, army green, I guess, is the color of that. The other one looks to be stainlessy or gunmetal-y. Yeah. So, I don't know. Shit. Let's set this up. Not right now, but this is something that I want to set up in this vlog. You get a bubble glass, you get an 18650 holder, you get a spare coil head as well. I'm assuming this runs on a 21700, 2700, 21, nope, 2700s, not 21s, just 20s, and that's okay, just 2700s. Okay, so here, let's put a battery in here, and we'll wait. We're just gonna wait until I get to that point, and then we're gonna set it up. Assuming that there's not something so much amazingly cooler in any of these packages. Whoa. Whoa. Did everybody see that? I am not taking Dwayne's advice and cutting towards my buddy, not towards my body, but I almost just stabbed my arm right there. Well, and see, it's also because this knife it's basically a spoon. It doesn't like to cut things. My knife has turned into a spoon. I see you've played knifey spoonsies before. No, Simpsons joke? Yep, and here it is. Here, holy shit, here you go. This is the other one. This is the Freemax Twister 80 watt. And it's essentially what I just opened from Inokin. Although I believe this one came out first. This is the same basic idea. It's like a tube mod regulated with a sub-ohm tank on top. Freemax Twister. Here's the thing. Let's do a real quick little side-by-side comparison of brands right now. Inokin versus Freemax. Thoughts? Either in the chat or in the comments. I don't love the Freemax branding. I don't love that logo that says Twister. It looks like a board game. It genuinely looks like something you would find in the toy aisle at Target. And I mean, I'm not saying that they're, you know, going after certain demographics, but I don't like that logo. I much prefer this. This looks more like a giant jewel packaging. This looks much more something for adults, as I would say, rather than the Freemax Twister. But ultimately, all that matters is how they vape. So, I don't know. Should we just set them up and do them both side by side right now? Just compare them. Just compare the vapes outright. Compare the Scion Plexus mesh coil heads directly with the Freemax Fireluke 2 tank that is included. Freemax Fireluke 2. I don't know if this is a sequel. I don't know what they changed between this and the Freemax, the Fireluke mesh. It looks like it might use the same coil heads. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's set both of these up. This one is an internal battery, isn't it? Yeah. The Twister is an internal battery. Internal battery. So, exteriors, again, thoughts. I know one of them is like weird army green color, but the Twister has like this like graphics on it and a big Twister logo. Like arrows and dollar signs. It looks like a Justin Bieber video. There's like weird things. There's probably occult and Illuminati symbolism in here. It's just demonic Luciferian things happening in there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to set up both of them, and then we're just going to vape them side by side. But I do have one more package left. I got one more. I got one more package left, and then we're going to vape these. We're going to vape these side by side. Let's do this. Let's do this. Just, you go there. Finally, the last package. This came from Adam, one of my patrons named Adam. There are there's notes on here. $2 banana sticker, badassery. Vlog it if you got it. There's a sticker over this side. Oh man, what a bummer. It says, yo vlog me. And then on this side, it says, it's time for a little uppy closey. I like it. I love personalized packages like that. Thank you, Adam. I don't know what's in here. This is something we might have discussed before, Adam. But as you may know from being a patron for so long, I do actually have the worst memory in vaping. There's no one that has a worse memory than me. There's no one who is worse at names, at names and faces than me. So I apologize, Adam, if this is something we talked about. But let's read this. Yo, Nick, let me start out by saying 3 years ago, I was struggling to find a way to quit smoking cigarettes. Everything I tried always ended up the same way, and then it happened. I used my Google Foo and searched alternatives to smoking. The first video recommendation that popped up was a video by some guy named GrimmGreen. My initial reaction was, what the fuck? After watching the video, I was intrigued and decided to give it a go. Since then, I have not looked back, and I do my best to share the benefits to others. So for that, I gotta say thank you. Well, you are very welcome, Adam. Very welcome. P.S. I tossed in a metal AF skull my sister made. Ho! Give me some skulls. Items in the box. There's like a packing slip for the items in this box, Adam. Items 1 and 2, handcrafted e-liquids that I would love to get your opinion and feedback on. I'm not afraid of negative feedback. It only helps the process. Well, thank you for being reasonable, Adam. Item number 2, Grim Army $2 banana sticker, Cool Kids t-shirts. I made one for you and a few extras, so I hope you dig them, and I want to put a few of them in $2 boxes. If you're okay with it and others want them, I can make more. Just hit me up on Patreon. My sister made them so we can get a shout out for Britt and the fine folks at Threadbare up in Oregon. That would be awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Britt and Threadbare up there in Oregon. You guys are definitely shouted out. There are t-shirts in here. Okay, first things first. Let's investigate this juice situation, Adam. He sent me one called Freak Show. And that's it. And then he sent me one called Another Cereal Milk. And that's it. And I want to taste this. What's the steep time on these, Adam? Wow, that tastes like 2013 right there. Freak Show. Freak Show, he says. What's Freak Show all about? That is interesting. Freak Show? I wish you would have included some flavor profiles, Adam. I mean, come on, man. What are you new here? That tastes like I'm getting a strong, like, red licorice kind of situation from that there, Adam. Freak Show. Is there some red licorice in there? I don't know. I don't know. What? Yes. Yes. Oh, this is like a painted skull. Holy shit. That is badass. This is art. This is art, Adam. Thank you to your sister for... Is that like a pig? skull? What kind of skull is this? Does anybody know? I mean, obviously it's painted and like bedazzled, but I don't know what kind of skull that is. That's definitely a snout of some sort, or that's the nose. Those are the eye cavities. What kind of skull is that? Boar? I know, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, that's got to be a pig or a boar or something. That's badass. That's badass. Yeah, boar? That makes a lot of sense. Here, here. This is going to go up here. You can't see it. It's kind of off camera, but that's my shelf of very, very sentimental items. So thank you for that. And holy crap, I want to see these t-shirts. So me and the patrons in the Cool Kids Club have been trying to, you know, just brainstorming ideas like, let's do a t-shirt, like let's do a cool t-shirt like just for us. That's like our cool t-shirt, right? So there's been some designs, and we're trying to figure out like a name and blah 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 and this, that, and the other. So here's yes. Grim Army right there. Sold. I'll take it. Ready for this? Boosh. Yes! I love this. I love this so fucking much. GrimmGreen approved. Awesome. These are cool. These are cool as shit. All right. Who wants one? Oh, and they're nicely, softly printed too. God, what a great t-shirt. All right. Well, I can't squeeze my ass into a large, so I'm going to steal the extra large if there's one in here, Adam, and then we're going to give the rest away in the $2 boxes for the patrons. That's awesome. Thank you, Adam. I mean, thank you so much. You didn't have to, but you sent juice. You sent me a boar skull and then some awesome t-shirts to give away. God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for paying it forward, and thank you for everything. Awesome. That is so cool. I am so stoked on those. So stoked on those. But you know what also I am very stoked on? I'm going to make a little, just going to make a little note here in the timestamps at about 50 minutes in. We're going to do this little comparison right now. So I hope you guys don't mind hanging out while I set up some sub-ohm tanks, but I really want to do just a quick little vlog, side-by-side comparison of the Freemax Twister versus the Innokin. What is it called? What is it? Plexar. The Innokin Plexar. Plexar versus the Twistar. But the real question is, what juice do I put in both of these? And I know you're probably all thinking the same thing. You're probably all thinking, well, pony on acid, right? That's what's going to go in there. But I say to you, no. I say no pony on acid for those. I say, okay. I say Drip Fiends Apricot Cream. This is one of those liquids that I really loved it for like brief periods. And then I love it, and then I don't vape it. And then I love it, and then I don't vape it. And then I love it. I was really looking for some legacy juices, if you know what I mean. If you're hip to my style. I was really looking for some legacy juices, and legacy juices are what I call juices that are just that. They're just legacy juices that are always going to be around. You're always going to be vaping them. You're always going to enjoy them. Pony on acid, Primal Elixir Learn. I don't know. I got a few more. Yig, legacy juices. Legacy juices. Turkish maize is kind of becoming a legacy juice too. So, boosh. That is a big ass plexus mesh coil head. You guys gonna be able to see inside here? Maybe, maybe not. But that's the plexus mesh there on the inside. Large opening. I'm expecting just lots and lots of airflow. That's what I'm expecting from this. Is I have a feeling this is like a little bit of like a cloud chasey thing. But that's the coil from the plexus mesh. So let me juice that up and fill up the tank, and then we'll let it sit for a little second while it gets all nice and moisty like in there. I am one of those people that is not offended by the word moist. I know there's people out there, like, aren't you one of those people? I think Casey Pickle is one of those people that just don't enjoy the word moist. Like whenever they hear the word moist, or when someone says moist or describes something as moist, they just freak out. All right, tiny little juice fill hole. Not super stoked on that part, Anakin. And it doesn't look like you have an air outlet hole, which your tanks should just have an air outlet hole. Come on. But we got one tank full. Boosh. Perfect. So I'm going to set this down. I'm going to let that do a little bit of soaking in right there. Adjustable AFC right on. I do right now. I'll say I like that the Anakin what's it called? What's it called? Plexar. I don't know why I can't remember this name. It is the Anakin Plexar. Come on, Nick. Get your shit together. Anakin Plexar. I like so far that the Anakin Plexar has a replaceable battery. Like you can pull the 2700 out and put a new 2700 in, and it's not limited to an internal battery. There are certain mods like that Chroma A, like some other LiPo mods, where I enjoy the internal battery, but the fact that this is a tube and it would be just as easy to put an internal battery in there or have a replaceable battery, I'm glad that Anakin went with the replaceable battery on there. So this is the coil head for the Freemax, and it is a multi-core mesh coil head. This looks like a 2-core mesh coil head in there. So I'm kind of assuming maybe right out of the gate that this Freemax might have a little bit better of a flavor, you know? A little bit better of a flavor. I found that multi-core mesh coil heads just have better flavor, which is why that, what the shit is it? That Horizon Tech Falcon King, more cores in the coil head. It's just better flavor. The one I'm using in there is the dual mesh coil head. I like the M3, the triple mesh coil head, but so far I haven't seen any M3 triple mesh coil heads for the Falcon King, so I'm not even sure that's going to be a thing in the future. But I got some juice in there, and this opens. Nope. Do I really not remember how to do this? Isn't it a... Oh, there you go. It's a pushy guy. Yeah, see, perfect. I'm going to do another little up close here. Every tank manufacturer, take note of this right here, right now. This is how you can make your tanks freaking awesome. See this mouth opening right here for your juice to go in? Well, if you look down the drip tip, you're going to see a tiny, tiny little hole. And that's all it takes, is one tiny, tiny little hole. And that's where your air comes out and your juice goes in. Mike Vapes. That's where your juice goes in. That's where your air comes out. It is a much better, seamless filling process. You don't have to worry about clogging the juice fill hole because you can just put it here and bleh like a crazy person. Just bleh. And you know that the air is going to come out the proper air hole. And boom, roasted, just like that. So far, I mean, there's some pluses and minuses on both of these so far. Some pluses and minuses. If we're just going to talk about comfort, the finish on the twister, this like sticky, I don't know, sticky, shiny sticker sort of texture, real enjoyable. Real enjoyable to hold. This Anakin, although it's matte, and I really like that, it has a little bit of like shit. It's like a chalkboard texture. It's just like, oh, I just want to scrape my fingernails on it and just suffer It's got a little bit of like a chalkboard type of texture on here. So 3 on, 3 off for the Anakin as per usual. So a lot of airflow. Let's see. Let's try the twister first. I guess I should have checked to see if you can adjust these. I think this is just 5 on, 5 off, no adjustments. for the twister. The Inokin does have some adjustment, doesn't it? Actually, I don't think it does. I think neither of these have adjustment. So let's just give it a shot. First up, Freemax Twister, loaded up with the same Fiends, Drip Fiends, Peach, Apricot. I can't, it's the beer. I'm just going to go ahead and blame the beer. Drip Fiends Apricot Cream. There, finally got through it. And the problem is, I want to hold this because it's a tube like a mech. Like, why can't the button be down here? Why can't there just be a little tactile button right here? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, there's the adjustment. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it reveals where you're at. So if I turn this down to the lowest, that looks like 10 watts, 20, 30, 40. Well, I mean, yeah, that doesn't help. I mean, that helps. I just don't know the resistance of the coil. Anyway, 40 watts, Freemax Twister. Let's vape this thing. 100% needs more wattage than that. Let's try 60. So really, this isn't an original Freemax idea in any capacity, right? The Twister was already a name of a product forever ago that adjusted the exact same way on the bottom. The Twister. Remember the Twister batteries? They were like Ego batteries, but instead of Ego Twists, they were called the Twister, and you adjusted it on the bottom. I mean, it's not, and this isn't even a new design in vaping. The iJoy, the eLeaf iJust, the eLeaf iJust and the iJust 2 was this same exact thing. In fact, when Aspire first released the very, very first Atlantis sub-ohm tank, they shipped them with batteries, internal batteries, almost exactly like this. So this is certainly not a new design. It just seems to be like a new trend. Like we're going backward. Like soon we're all going to be vaping Vision spinners with iClear 30 tanks on top using silica. Silica wick. Silica, Dimitri. Yeah. I mean, 60 watts, that's rocking. Yeah. Wow. Real nice. Flavor is real great on this. The airflow is a little bit on the loud side. I'm trying not to have it right by the microphone, but it is a little on the loud side. And there's like a distinct tone, like a distinct note. It's like, it sounds like, I don't know. You hear it. You hear it, right? You hear it. All right, well, let's compare that directly to the Inokin with the Scion single strip of mesh, plexus mesh coil head. This one definitely doesn't adjust. Or maybe it does. I'm an idiot. I didn't see it on the bottom of the Twister. It took me forever. So I'm going to try to find some instructions to see if this adjusts. It might be like button clicks, I think. Is it button clicks that adjusts this? Let's get out the quick start guide here. No. Oh, yeah. No, there's no adjustment. No adjustment. So I'm assuming it's regulated to like a 3.7 or a 4, but there's no adjustments to be had on here. Battery's full, so airflow's wide open. Same juice. I'll try to say it again. Drip Fiends Apricot Cream. And now that I'm vaping it more, fuck, this is good. And I still wish the button was on the bottom. Why can't we do one of these with a button on the bottom? Business idea. That's a free one for anybody out there. Just do one of these with a button on the bottom. You'll make me happy. Okay, this is really good too. It is noticeably different. Noticeably different. It's just noticeably different. I think the airflow is smoother on the twister. No, I take that back. They're equally smooth. I've turned down the airflow just a little bit on both of them, about halfway, just because I'm such like a restricted lung hit guy that now all of a sudden that I just want to turn all of my airflows all the way down. I do see the chat. I can't do my Zophie Vapes impression. It's not there yet, along with Jay Hayes. I'm working on a Zophie Vapes and I'm working on a Jay Hayes impression, but they're difficult to get down. Those are hard impressions to do. So let's get back to this. I don't know. They kind of vape really, really very similar. I like the shorter drip tip on the zipper here. What is this? Twister. But then again, this drip tip doesn't exactly bother me. It is an 810, so I could grab any 810 and put it in here. I can grab this one. I'll just steal this one from the Bonza. And this will fit in here, right? Nope. O-rings. It's an O-ring thing. This needs whatever. This needs O-rings. Anyway, I don't know. Let's give this a few more shots. The flavor is a little bit better on this twister just because there's more mesh. There's more cores in here. There's 2 mesh cores as opposed to 1, although the 1 in this Scion is extraordinarily long. It is an extraordinarily long strip of mesh. I don't know. I don't know which one I like more. Right now, I'm going to say that the twister tastes a little bit better, and I think I like the airflow, even though it has that tone to it, like a distinct note to it. I think I like that, pardon me, I think I like that airflow a little bit more than the Innokin one, but I love that the Innokin one has a battery that I can take in and out of it. And it, you know, I'm not going to be able to judge these really well right now. You do have to spend a lot. You have to spend time with something because there's experiments and testing that needs to be done. I can't just go, yeah, this is great. You should buy it. I can't do that. You have to experiment with different liquids. You got to see how much juice these coil heads can handle. You have to experiment around with like draw velocity, which is something that the mainstream vape reviewers won't talk about, but draw velocity is really important. You can't just hit everything the same. You have to adjust your draw velocity. You just can't hit everything like it's a cloud comp. So I'm gonna dial back my draw velocity a little bit on this Innokin. We'll see what happens. Better. Much better there already. Much better if I back it down a little bit. I don't know. Right now the twister's winning out. It's just one of those things. I'm surprised. I'm surprised as well. Let me take one more round here. I don't know. They both vape real well. They're both real enjoyable. So rather than spending all of my time differentiating the difference, what? Differentiating between the twister and the Plexar. Good God. Someday I'm gonna remember the name of that. It's the Plexar. It's the Plexar. So what I want to do right now is just we're just gonna chill a little bit, and we're going to do some Vape Mail. No, it's not Vape Mail. I was wrong. I was lying. Viewer mails, and we're gonna do that right now. Writing down the timestamps is like just the hardest thing. It's so difficult for me, and I don't know why. I just can't do it. I did notice that Jay Hayes is here in the chat. Shout out to Jay Hayes. Also, you missed the whole beginning where I was talking about your terrible Jenna atomizer. This thing. Awful. I'm just going to throw it away right now. It's terrible. I don't want to vape on it anymore. I'm just kidding, Jay Hayes. This thing is amazing. Amazing. Anyway, so we're here to do some viewer mails. And I have some viewer mails all ready to go. And of course, these get picked out at random from my viewer mail folder here on Instagram. On Instagram? What? On my laptop? Why did I? I'm blaming the beer. I wish you guys could taste this. Smell. Okay. Now, let's do some viewer mails, and I got a bunch. If anybody out there has any viewer mails that they would like to see answered on this here vlog program, go ahead and send them on over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. Just mark your subject viewer mail, and it will get read on this program. Maybe. I mean, I can't say for sure, but it might. I have been saving this viewer mail since December. I've been saving this viewer mail since December for this vlog. That's how much planning goes into this vlog. But I have an email here from Daniel. Daniel wrote in and says, "Hey Nick, it's Dan and I am a liar." That's a joke from the Culture of Clouds podcast. Not sure if everybody out there is hip to the Culture of Clouds podcast, but you will be soon. It's just a really great podcast that's out there. Hey, he says, my birthday is February 1st, and a shout out would be the perfect gift. A shout out to my wife, Eva, that puts up with my excessive vape gear that comes in the mail. I've been a subscriber since the Aspire Nautilus days. Your vlogs and reviews have been very informative, and you are a part of the handful of reviewers that I follow. Love the podcast. Hope to meet you and Dwayne one day. Take care, buddy. Hashtag bro trip, hashtag dangleclacks, hashtag more Dwayne. Yeah. Don't you worry. I feel the hashtag more Dwayne. There's going to be a lot more Dwayne. A lot more Dwayne. But here we go. Happy birthday, Daniel. February 1st. Tomorrow is your birthday, and I am wishing you, Daniel, a very, very, very happy birthday. And I want you to be real impressed with how long I hung on to this vape mail, because you sent it on December 6th and said, shout me out on February 1st. And I said, you know what, Daniel? I will absolutely do that. 100%. Daniel, happy birthday. And now I can finally delete that email. Man, it's been sitting here for months. Broken Ohms sent an email in that said no on Act H26. Looks like we have a little bit of advocacy news here. Wish I had an advocacy bumper. Advocacy. That was terrible. Hey, Nick, just writing you to show Representative George Till's automatic response email. That's right. So he sent an email to George Till, who was we talked about George Till in a recent 510 report. Obviously, he's in the pocket of the FDA and doesn't believe in actual facts and research done by real scientists like the RCP. Anyway, thank you for raising attention to this. Also, I will be going to my first vape event, NVE, in March at Mohegan Sun. So stoked to finally meet all you guys. I want to get a recoil hat filled with signatures from you guys. If possible, see you there. Have a great week. Vape hard as fuck. Yeah, he did it. He said it. He went there. I wanted to read you George Till's response. So this brings up a really good point of when we email our representatives, when we email senators, 100% of the time, what you get back in your email is a very canned response. It's like copy paste. That's it. Nothing new, nothing that they actually wrote or anything like that. It's a very copy paste response. So this is what he said. This is what George Till had to say back. Thank you for your email. Right, of course he said that. He talks about how there's virtually no law change that doesn't have positive effects and some negative effects, right? That's what you want in a politician. You want a politician who goes, well, we're kind of fucked either way, so it doesn't really matter. That's essentially what he's saying. He's saying this legislation will have positive and negative effects, and he's okay with the negative effects. He's okay with adult of-age smokers and vapors having less limited access to life-saving vapor products. He says there's virtually nothing that is not controversial in legislating. Let me just read that sentence again. There is virtually nothing that is not controversial in legislating. What? That doesn't sound like the sentence of someone that even went to high school. Sorry. This isn't, and we're not here to just slam on politicians, but that sentence, there is virtually nothing that is not controversial. Why would you say it that way? That is ridiculous. And then it's a very copy-paste response. According to the CDC, these are the numbers. All these high schoolers, they're using it. This data. There's no evidence that it helps smoking, even though it does. There's a link in the description to the New York Times article that came out yesterday where they did a year-long randomized study in the UK and found that it's twice as effective as traditional NRTs. That's what we need to be sending to Mr. George Till over here. He talks about FDA-approved cessation aids, this, that, and the other. It's a very canned copy response. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's very like canned copy-pasted response, just bullet points, just data points that don't make any sense. And then at the end, he says, you know, I will keep your thoughts in mind moving forward with this legislation, which of course, it's just bullshit. He doesn't mean a word of it. And it's ridiculous, and it upsets me that we have the ability to reach out to our legislators and our representatives and our lawmakers and people that make the change that affects our everyday life, but we get just canned responses back. Anyway, not trying to go on some big rant here. Thank you so much for that email. Got another email here from James. Oh, this is one. Oh no! This is one that I have to read on my phone, because it has an included ringtone, and it's funny. I'm going to try to find it on my phone here. Where did he go? Nope. Also, shout out to Brian, the Vaping Canadian. You're one of my favorite people on earth now. Here it is. So he made a ringtone. He made a text tone based on one of the very random comments of the week that we had last week from Captain Crunch 72. Not sure if anybody remembers Captain Crunch 72 from last week, but this is the ringtone he made based off of that. Ready?
It's a wonderful RDA mesh.
So if you want to have a text tone that says, it's a wonderful RDA mesh. And there was another one. Where did the other one go? There was two in here. Is this the same one?
It's a wonderful RDA mesh.
So I don't know how to get this to you guys. If you want me saying it's a wonderful RDA mesh, there was another one. Okay, there was another one that I'm going to try to find where it was me saying, you know, something like, just shut up and vape it, bitch. Something like that. Anyway, it was really funny. He wrote in and said, Yo, Nick, thanks for an awesome vlog this past Thursday. In the viewer comment section of the vlog, you had a comment from some grumpy, kind of creepy oddball named Captain Crunch 72. I laughed myself into a frenzy, and I just had to make a couple of ringtones out of his ridiculousness. Thought you might enjoy these. Had to try to make something fun out of something so awful. Well, thank you very much, James, for the ringtones. I still have them. I don't know how to get them to anybody, but they're funny if they're there. And if anybody's curious, my iPhone wallpaper is a picture of an apple that I took last night that I was just really, really excited about, I guess. I don't know. You know, who knows what happens during Cannabis Cast? It's just one of those things. Here, we got another one here from Zova. Zova writes in, and she is clearly a liar. Hi, Nick. My name is Chance. Maybe it's a he. Maybe it's a she. I don't know. That's not for me to decide. Hey, Nick, my name is Chance, but can you tell me, but you can call me Austin or Ruthless. That. What? Okay. All right, Ruthless. Here we go, Ruthless. I'm from Gettysburg, Illinois, and I just wanted to ask you for a shout out for myself and my fiance, Brianna, on our kitty, Oliver. We've been watching your channel for about 5 years now, and I want to say thank you for everything that you do for the community. I was 10 when I started smoking. For about 5 years. I smoked 3 packs a day, and now I vape. Chance, Mr. Ruthless here, started vaping when he was 10 years old. He lived 10 years of his life before cigarettes found him. That's crazy. I mean, I hate using that word crazy, but that is crazy. My first device was an E-Leaf iStick 50 watt with a Kangertech tank. Yeah. You know, I feel like a lot of people's first devices were an iStick with a Kanger tank. I feel like that's an overwhelming majority of people like started on that. I've been in the vaping community now for 6 years, and my mod of choice is my Smoke S-Priv. I just want to say thanks for everything you do, and always remember, keep calm, vape on, hashtag GrimArmyNation, hashtag keep calm and vape on. Absolutely. Absolutely Ruthless. Absolutely. Let's try to try and pick a little bit of a shorter one. I have all these like long emails that are just paragraphs long. Got one more here from, let me do a time check real fast. Yeah, sure. I got time for at least one more. Got another one here from Greg. Greg writes in and just said, shitty vape company. Hey Nick, longtime viewer. I need a slight recommendation. I used to use Craft Vapory as my monthly box to try juice, but with them vanishing off the earth last month and no response from them, or a box after last month's charge, I'm trying to get my credit card company to refund it. Wow. Okay, so Craft Vapory apparently just disappeared off the face of the earth and are still charging people and not sending out boxes, if Greg here is to be believed. With that bitter taste in my mouth, would it be worth trying Sample Box or another if it exists? Thanks, Greg. I don't know, Greg. I've never subscribed to any sort of monthly juice box things. I used to get Drip Club boxes, but I know that Drip Club is long gone. Drip Club has been gone forever. I genuinely didn't know that Craft Vapory was still doing a box. As far as I can tell, Sample Box is like the box company. Like if you want juice box monthly, I feel like it kind of has to be Sample Box at this point. I feel like they are the only show in town. Beer. And even then, I can't directly speak to Sample Box because I have personally never received a Sample Box in the mail. And I mean, look, I'm not saying that to be like, Sample Box ain't sent me anything. No, it's just they've offered and I've declined, and then that's fine. And then that's where we leave it. And I'm okay with that. I can't speak to Sample Box's quality, but I feel like if you're gonna, there are plenty of Sample Box videos out on YouTube. I know that Ruby Roo Vapes does Sample Box videos. I know that Suck My Mod. I know that Tia Vapes. I know a lot of people do the Sample Box videos. So honestly, I would suggest checking out those videos and seeing if that's something that, just see if that's something you'd be interested in. If not, honestly, DIY. DIY. I just got 2 great bottles. I don't know how good they are. I just got 2 bottles of juice DIY that someone just whipped up and sent over. I feel like, you know, DIY, it's fun, A. B, you get to be a little bit creative. You get to maybe try some flavors that nobody else has ever thought of before. And 3, you're going to make a bunch of bad juice before you make good juice. But when you make good juice, it feels good. It just feels good when you have like a mod with coils that you built, vaping juice that you made. Like that is a very satisfying vape feeling to me. Anyway, we are definitely 100% running long. We are going to do something real quick right now. Let me get the bumper. Here we go. It is time right now to retro vape. Every time. I try to write down the timestamps and it's just, a mess. It just looks like an 8-year-old wrote it. Just, that's what I do. Anyway, where's my damn retro vapins? So, I got an RTA today to retro vape. In fact, I'm going to need to do a little bit of maintenance here. I'm going to try to glow the coils. I'm going to try to wick it. But what I wanted to retro vape today, and this one's even like slick and customized, this is the Troll RTA. I believe this is maybe a year old, maybe 2 years old. I don't even know why I'm talking like this. But this one says GrimmGreen on it. You can't see it, but there's a little GrimmGreen right there. My memories of this Troll RTA are fond. I have fond memories of this freaking Troll RTA. I liked the way it vaped. I kind of liked everything about it. I liked the airflow. So I'm going to try to glow these coils. This is just the same build that I had in here. I store all of my atomizers and stuff. I just leave builds in them because inevitably, because of the retro vaping segment, I know I'm going to be pulling them back out again. And when I do that, there's nothing better than pulling out something really old and you're like, I want to vape this. And then you pop it open and you're like, oh yeah, there's that sick build I had in there. Boosh, you just wick it and you're good to go. I'm going to be vaping it on top of the one of these Bigfoot kits tonight. This is a 0.17. So why does it say my device is locked? Mode, power. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now it's unlocked. So I'm going to try to glow these. There was that little stripe of like peak insulator in there that I was always really worried about melting, but never actually even came close to melting or anything like that. So where's my damn ceramic tweezers? I'm just going to do a little bit of vape fiddling right now, which is one of my favorite things to do. So you guys are just going to have to talk amongst yourselves. I did see Bogan in the chat. Welcome. Welcome fucking Bogan. You want me to vape this? Just for you? All right, here we go. Yeah. That's for you, Bogan. In fact, I'm going to drink some beer as well. Cheers, brother. Mmm. Mmm. So let's get these glowing. Oh, they glow perfectly. Like, what the hell? Right out of the gate. Just perfect glowingness. Perfect glowingness. This looks a lot more complicated to wick than I remember. I thought this was a little bit easier to wick. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, let's give it a shot. I got some Cotton Bacon Prime. No affiliation with Cotton Bacon Prime, other than I love the cotton, and they are a sponsor of the podcast, but I've been using almost nothing but Cotton Bacon Prime for months and months now. And I find it to be very enjoyable of a cotton. I find it easy to work with. Find it easy to work with. That's my Australian accent. That's Bogan. Bogan. Cunts. Cunts. I was just going to jump into my Mike Vapes impression. My Mike Vapes impression is really the only one that I'm really like stoked on, where I go, yeah, dude, that kind of sounds like Mike Vapes. The rest of my impressions, I'm like, little bit. If I do an Australian accent, do I sound like Bogan? No? All right. All right, fine. Be that way. Be all judgy. Yeah, Jay Hayes is a hard impression to get too. He's got a very distinct speaking voice. He's got a very distinct speaking voice that I don't think I'm going to be able to replicate. All right, so I guess we're going to cut these like that. I don't know how much cotton to leave over here. It's been a hot minute since I've wicked this Troll RTA, man. Let's see how this works. Oh, okay, there we go. It's a little bit of hot wicking action. Let's try this one too. No, this is too much cotton. I have a feeling this is just too much freaking cotton. Maybe that one will be okay. This one needs to get trimmed. You know, it's just... So I'm sorry. I apologize you have to see me without my glasses. I know I don't look like myself. I know I look out of character. My identity is gone. This is way too much cotton. You know when you wick an RTA with just too much cotton right out of the gate and you're like, this is way too much cotton, dude. What am I even doing? This is too much fucking cotton. That's what I'm doing right now. And I know what I'm doing while I do it. I'm like, no, this is going to be bad. You're using too much freaking cotton, Nick. But cotton bacon does wick up to 33% faster than the previous versions. So maybe it'll just wick fine. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Let's go. Now. Now let's pick a juice. I got too much. Too much juice. Oh, I found it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Nope. No. I thought this was Poet Sweet Black Tea, but it turns out it's not. Damn it. I really want Poet Sweet Black Tea now. Oh, okay. Here, I'm just going to use it. I thought this was Poet Sweet Black Tea, but let's do a UK TPD GrimmGreen Signature Vlog Day liquid, since it is actually Vlog Day right now. This liquid is almost a year old right now, so I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm gonna juice this up. Let's juice it up. Juice. Wow, that is wicking 33% faster. It's something I can visually identify. I'm just giving Danielle a hard time. I do genuinely love cotton bacon, but I'm not above poking fun at my friends. Wow, this is wicking 33%. It's unbelievable. Never have to worry about wicking evermore. Wicks 33% faster. All right, let's try to make some space in here. I'm trying to get my scissors in here between the little catch cup and between the wick, so it's not just choked off. You never want your wick holes like choked off too badly. But it's wicked, it's juiced, it's a 0.18 at 75 watts, which I feel like is going to be a little bit too high. So I'm going to knock this down to like a 6.6 range. I'm going to screw this troll on here. Boosh like that. That's how you fill it. It had a proprietary 810 drip tip fill cap, which I kind of actually really like that design. It is a bummer that I can't use my own 810 drip tips on there, but I don't know. I find it works well. VGod, the original VGod Trick Tank, the VGod Trick Tank sub-ohm tank, used that same exact top fill proprietary drip tip sort of system. So, boosh. Yeah. Troll. I got the troll set up. It doesn't look too bad on that Wake Bigfoot, if I do say so myself. This is loaded up with the GrimmGreen Signature Vlog Day, which is honestly a juice that I haven't actively vaped in a while, so I'm very excited to vape it again. See, it's got good airflow. This is one of those things where the airflow is directly related to your draw velocity. If you drag too hard on this troll, it's going to get sharp. It's going to get sharp and turbulent. But if you dial your draw back a little bit, just take that velocity and like half it, cut it in half. That is the airflow that you're after. So one more time, 0.18, 66 watts, troll RTA, boom roasted. Dude, Dude. It's vaping. It's vaping like a champion. For anybody wondering, this is one of the Bigfoot kits from Wake Mod Co. They have at least 18,000 different designs. I got 2 designs right here on my desk that I am literally looking at, but I cannot show anybody. Want to see my favorite part of the Bigfoot kits? Oh, that door snap is just awesome. This is vaping awesome. This is vaping awesome. The Troll RTA, dude. Really good. I mean, it's holding up. I mean, I get it that it's only like maybe a year old. Maybe a year and some change old. But the vape world just moves so quickly that things that are a year old, they might as well be 7 years old. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know who's actively using a Troll RTA right now. I would love to have that poll somewhere. Who right now is actively using the Troll RTA as like their main banger RTA? Fuck, that's good. I am so glad I held on to this Troll. I am so glad I held on to this Troll. I feel like it could even... Now, I'm not going to mess with the wattage. I was like, I feel like it could use some more wattage, but no, we're going to leave it at 66, 3.2 volts, 3.4 volts. It's still vaping awesome, and the flavor is really very good. It's got that airflow that is... It's basically Kennedy airflow. It goes in, straight up at your coils, reduced chamber on the inside, just flavor right into your mouth hole. Fuck, that's good. I'm loving this. I'm just going to take one more second, have a few more pulls. Talk amongst yourselves. Vaping Bogan's telling me that this is 2 years old. Is this tank really 2 years old? I can't believe that. Dude. If you can pick up a Troll RTA anywhere, do it. Just no hesitation. Just do it. Just get it because it's good. Dang. All right, Troll RTA. Well, there you go. Retro vaping with the 2-year-old Troll RTA, and it still holds up. In fact, it doesn't just hold up. If this RTA came out today, I would be stoked on it. It is still just a banging RTA. No, look, here's the thing. I don't want to... For anybody in the replay, the chat is asking about a Zophie Vapes impression. I've been working on impressions. Impressions is something that I do privately in my private time that I don't broadcast anywhere. I don't show people my impressions. I just do them and I laugh at them and I go, that's really funny. But I did my Mike Vapes impression. Mike Vapes. That's how he talks. Mike Vapes here. And people are asking about Zophie impressions. The thing is, Zophie is really hard to do an impression of because she, like Jay Hayes, has a very distinct like gait, like way of speaking. The way that the words come out are very unique and her voice is very unique. It almost sounds like she has, and Zophie Vapes, I apologize if you're watching this. This is not an insult. Please, I don't fucking need more drama in my life. Zophie, I love you. You're fantastic. It sounds like she has one nose clogged. Whenever I hear Zophie, I kind of hear this, like a little bit of like a little bit of a nosy thing. I'm working on it. Plus, it's hard for guys to do. I mean, it's hard to do a girl impression because I have this voice. It's much better for Mike Vapes. Anyway. Let's move on. Let's get out of retro vaping. I'm ready to taste. I'm ready to taste a very random juice, but it's just going to be 1 hot minute while I pull up the bumper here. And this is something I'm only going to have to do on this particular vlog. Whew. Cadence. That's the word I'm looking for, Vic. cadence. She's got a very distinct cadence to her speech. And when you're trying to, when you're trying to impersonate someone, you focus on things like that, like their cadence, the way they speak. And, Casey Pickle always makes fun of me because I do impressions around Casey Pickle all the time. And she's always like, how are you good at that? How are you so good at that? How did you get good at that? Why do you do that? That's not how Casey Pickle talks. How do you do that? How are you so good at that? And the answer that I always give her is I just think about the way the person talks and then I try to copy it. That's all anybody impersonators do. They think about the way someone talks and then they try to copy it. And that's really all I do. I'm not even that good at impersonations. I don't want this to get out of hand. I don't want people asking me to do impressions other than Mike Vapes. I'll do the Mike Vapes impressions all day long. Anyway, random juice. The random juice that we have to taste today is somewhere on my desk, and I don't know where exactly. Seriously. Oh, here it is. This one. We're going to be tasting this one. I got a package from This One right there. This is called Carnival Celebration. So I'm kind of expecting like a king cake type of bakery, New Orleans king cake type of flavor. If you've ever had king cake, it's amazing. King cake is unbelievable, but I'm expecting that, like a flaky, croissanty, sweet frosting king cake type of flavor. What I have to taste this in today is what we had to taste it in last week. And last week, the juice was good enough and made it into the bottle. And so I spent the week with that tobacco, bourbon, honey, this one. Vanilla bourbon honey tobacco. I vaped that last week and it was joyous. It was joyous, and I got to use my super cool Lazy Vapors custom stab wood whatever squonker that is just pretty and beautiful, and I love it, and I think it's pretty and beautiful, and I love it. And on top is the Mike Vapes. This is the Recurve RDA. That's my juice taste in RDA. For no particular reason other than it gives me really good flavor and it's really easy to wick. So the first thing we have to do with This One Carnival Celebration is just do a little bit of a knuckle test. Tastes, I'm getting a lot of sweetness from it. So I'm going to look on... I'm going to look on the interwebs and see if I can find This One Carnival Celebration. Carnival Celebration. Nope. That's This One Custard. I guess I'm going to have to be more Carnival Celebration. I don't normally type with two fingers, but I was just doing it right there. This one Carnival Celebration. Here we go. Carnival Celebration is a creamy custard-filled king cake. Yeah, king cake. That's what I was thinking, was king cake. Got a little bit of custard, got a little bit of like sweetness in that king cake component. So I'm just going to juice up these Recurve RDA coils. I don't even know whose coils these are in here, if I'm being real honest. Oh, it smells good. I'm getting cinnamon right away. I'm getting like a cinnamony flavor because it's got that like, king cake has that like cinnamony, cream cheesy, kind of frosting type of flavor. All right. So the rule is that if I like this juice enough, I'm going to put it in the squonker and then I get to use this squonker. If the juice isn't for me or something that I'm not really into, it's not going to go in the squonker. The squonker gets to sit unused and mock me for a whole week before I get to come back and try to use it again next week when we have another very random juice tasting, which I am thinking of changing the name of the very random juice tasting to the very random liquid tasting because I just don't like the term juice. It's just something that sticks in my craw, and I hate that My company is named Namber Juice. I just don't like the juice. I don't know. I just don't like that juice terminology. So here we go. Here we go, Mike. All the airflows are open. This one, Carnival Celebration. Cheers. Let's give it a shot. Well, here's the thing. You are going to talk amongst yourselves, and I'm just going to sit here and vape this for a second. Here's the thing with this Carnival Celebration. I don't love it. I just don't love it. I think this is a thing that's not for me. It's not quite, and this is something I never thought I would say about an e-liquid, but it's just not quite sweet enough for me. I don't get that king cake sensation. I get a little bit of nice custard, which DAMN makes their original vanilla custard, and it is a spectacular vanilla custard. It is hands down one of the best custards. It's up there for me, in my opinion. It's up there with like Turkish, with like Vaptasia. It's a good custard. I get some of that custard component in this, but I also get a lot of cinnamon. Like so much cinnamon, and not like Red Hot's cinnamon, like a baking cinnamon, like an authentic baking cinnamon, if you will. That's really what I'm getting from this juice in spades. Just cinnamon. It's like, here's a little bit of cinnamon. That's the way this juice tastes to me. Yeah, it's like, here's a little bit of custard. Here's a little bit of sweetness. Oh, did you want your tongue to be pummeled with cinnamon? Welcome to Carnival Celebration. I would have liked less cinnamon, more sweetness, honestly. A little bit of like that purple and yellow frosting that comes on the king cake. Less cinnamon, more frosting. It's good. This is a juice that's just simply not for me. It is a very cinnamony bakery flavor. If you are one of these people that feels like juices are way too sweet, that liquids are way too sweet, this one, the Carnival Celebration, is on the lower end of the sweet spectrum. In fact, I kind of wish it had more. I'm just repeating myself now. Little bit of custard, little bit of sweetness, mostly like that really cinnamony cinnamonness. It's good. It's good, and it's that thing is happening where I enjoy it the more I vape it. But that cinnamon is just, it's punishing. It's like an intense, and maybe I'm overselling it a little bit here. I was expecting not so much cinnamon, and I just got a lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon, 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 cinnamon. If you cinnamon, then cinnamon is cinnamon, and then you cinnamon, it tastes like cinnamon. Well, this one, Carnival Celebration, really appreciate the bottle of e-liquid. It is unfortunately not going to make it in the bottle this week. Solid liquid, certainly not for me. It's just, and it's just one of those things. Like right now, I'm not on a big bakery kick. Like I go back and forth between like bakery flavors and custards and then fruits. And because of Pony on Acid, it's like I'm more drawn to like these fruity flavors. Like I just want to vape Pony on Acid. Let's try that. Pony on Acid is flawless. Just flawless. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the very random liquid tasting. I think we're getting down to the end of the vlog here. You can tell because I've been drinking beer this whole time, which is never a good idea. But right now, hell, let's do it. Favorite comments of the week. All right, wrote down a timestamp, so we're good to go. So let's do some favorite comments of the week here, friends. It does taste like a bit like cinnamon there, Tracy. First favorite comment of the week right here. PJO. Oh, this guy, super salty guy. All those flavors, and you choose to be salty. That's fine. PJO says, dude, the live vlogs fucking suck. I can tell you exactly when majority of people quit watching which is the exact day. What? Quit watching, which is the exact day you said you were doing live from now on. It's laggy. You aren't prepared or as legit before. The latency and lip sync is absolutely terrible. Everything about the live sucks. Everybody in the chat hear that? Why are you even here? Go, leave. This clearly sucks. Stop chatting. Stop chatting. Stop watching. This sucks. Thank you very much, PJO, for your favorite comment of the week. Got another one here from Robert Hart. Last week I commented in the super chat and you didn't read my super chat. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Anyhow, the chat read Arrogant Bastard Ale and Slayer. That's all I got. Yeah, Arrogant Bastard and Slayer. Good Lord. You can't go wrong with that. So there you go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. By the way, I've always made it to the end, even when I binge watch for hour after hour. Lastly, I've been trying to figure out the date for ECC 2019. If that's a thing, I'll see you there. Yeah, absolutely. There's your crisp high five in advance. Thank you for, I mean, I love that people watch the vlog because I love the vlog. And it's crazy to me that people watch more than one vlog in a row. Like, I get it. I binge things. Like Bright Insight, Ruby Roo, I can binge some Bright Insight. I can binge a lot of stuff. Parks and Rec all day long. But people binge watch the vlog, and that is a combination of the greatest feeling in the world, just so much contentment, and also like the most nervous feeling in the world. Like, why is he watching? Like, why is he watching so many videos? Like, you start thinking about every time you fucked up or mispronounced something, or you said that something was Delrin and it was Ultim, or you said it was a 3000 mon, it was a 2000 mon. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I will never not be surprised by people when they say they binge watch the vlog. I will never not be surprised. I will always be surprised. Got another one here. Anubis. This is my favorite comment this week. He's talking about Vupu. Anubis says, Anubis Thanos, by the way. Fantastic name. IMO Vupu sounds like they are more concerned with their image than with the community's woes with the FDA in the US and prohibition across the pond as well. Their image comes second to putting vaping back years worth of advocacy. If vaping doesn't exist, Vupu goes out of business as it exists, and their F-up comes... And their F-up gives all these prohibition nuts more ammunition they shouldn't have. I say punish them however you can for the time being, because things are hard enough without companies putting us behind. This is my favorite comment of the week. They need to understand that these images, that image comes second to community. And until they get that, no go. Sorry, Voopoo. This is too important. I love my original Ohmsmium. It's a shiny gunmetal single 18650 that's heavy AF. I think it's machined from a single block of steel and has the same battery door, but it weighs like 2 pounds and still looks new. I don't think you could scratch it unless you tried real hard, much less break it. It's like an old school fist pack. Great little mod there. Also, okay, I'm going to have a round of applause right now for Anubis Thanos. You are absolutely right. You turned me around on this Voopoo stuff. Their image does come second to putting to vaping, to the community. And that's the thing that they don't understand. That's the thing that they don't understand. So no, I'm not going to be reviewing any Voopoo stuff. And it's not because of any of the various reasons. It's literally only because of what Anubis Thanos said. Thank you for that comment. And I can't believe. So he said fist pack. It reminds me, break it like an old school fist pack. So the fist pack was a mod way back in the day, 2010. Right? Maybe 2011, but I really think it was around 2010. A guy in Canada named Nuck, N-U-C-K. His avatar on Vapors Forum was a little beaver. Canuck. Nuck. Get it? So Nuck made fist packs. And the fist pack is exactly like it was. It was this little tiny little ergonomic. There's that word again. Why is that such an important word? Little ergonomic, little fist pack. It was just, you could, for lack of a better term, you could fist it. You could put it in your fist and just hold it. And it was called the fist pack. And it was, I believe, variable voltage. And it had an internal LiPo. And it was just a well-constructed, very DIY, homemade mod. And back then, before China got involved, we were making all our own shit. And the fist pack was one of those that came out, and it was awesome. And everybody loved the fist pack, and I wanted a fist pack, and I never got a fist pack. If anybody has an authentic Nuck fist pack, hit me up. I will pay good money for a Nuck fist pack. All right, we're running long, so let's get through these. Sheena Wood. In November 2016, my doctor prescribed Chantix to me because at the time, all other method used to quit smoking hadn't worked. 2 weeks after I started taking it, I was in a mental hospital for attempted suicide. I know that the side effects were partially due to a pre-existing mental condition, but I never had hallucinations the way I did while I was taking Chantix. In April 2018, I was introduced to vaping, quit smoking in 3 days, haven't had bronchitis. I had bronchitis at least 4 times a year. Haven't had bronchitis. I smell better, and so does my house. Those have been my only side effects of vaping. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Vaping works. I'm about to get all really fired up right now, but I'm going to calm down. Let's have a little sip of beer, Nick. Let's relax. It boggles my mind. It simply boggles my mind that the federal government, which is there to protect its citizens, would rather give you Chantix, which will, suicidal thoughts, crazy nightmares. I was talking to another guy who had these urges to kill his family. They want to give you Chantix to stop smoking, but they say that vaping is the enemy. Right. This is the enemy. She got a vape and quit smoking in 3 days. Chantix made her want to kill herself. The federal government wants to give you Chantix. I say no. I say I'll be damned if you're going to take my vape away. That's unbelievable to me. That gets me fired up, Sheena. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. Got another one here. KD2 Joe. Yeah, Chantix gave me hallucinogenic dreams. Great purple and green colors. Thought I did some microdot. Microdot is code for LSD. Microdot. Last favorite comment of the week. This is an email. This is an email I got from Joe Pembleton. I crossed out his email, but he just said, I now have 113 days and counting of enjoying vaping and no cigarettes. And I just thought that was so cool. I just love hearing success stories like that. I genuinely just love.
Hey Nick, my name is Scarlett, and
Go away.
I was.
Go away. Sorry. I just love hearing success stories like that. And I get them all the time. I just get very random emails from people that are like, hey, Grimm, just want to let you know, 2 years cigarette free. And I go, that's fucking awesome. That's 10 years. 10 years cigarette free. This is my first 10-year anniversary vlog. That's why it's a special day. That's why we're having the good beer. That's why we're here. 10 years cigarette free. There's a lot of people coming up on big milestones, man. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. It's incredible. It's incredible. Exactly, Dan Smith. From my cold, dead hands. From my cold, dead hands. Anyway, we're done with that. We're done with a lot of things. Let's do with it. Let's wrap this up. It's time right now. Let's look at the Super Chat questions. Oh, first of all, let's find the Super Chat bumper, Nick Green. And it looks like it's just gone. No, it's this one. Ready, Super Chat, go. Let's do 140. You guys can hear me talking over the bumper. Anyway, here we go, guys. We're gonna talk. We're gonna go through the Super Chat. I'm going to read all the questions from the Super Chat. And now we can just chill and hang out and talk a little bit. Thank you so much, guys, for everybody for coming to hang out with me on a Thursday. This is my favorite part of the week. And just the fact that I have so many great people in the chat right now, people like Mike Smiter, people like Ruby Roo, people like Danielle, people like Dan Mansfield, people like Jay Hayes, people like Vaping Bogan, that makes me... I'm just feeling a lot of the love. Feeling a lot of the love tonight, you guys. Eifer, Yig and Coffee is the absolute bomb. Eifer, bro, all you, Eifer, all you. I still owe you the Rainbow Delta. It's going to get sent out soon. I apologize for the delay on that. ZS Benedict, yoy, Nick. Hope you're doing well. And tell Pickle I miss her on the stream. Anyways, have a great evening. You know, I miss Pickle. I miss Pickle like crazy right now because she's in Miami and she left yesterday and she's not coming back till Saturday and I don't know what to do. I'm just bored. Casey is my best friend and when she comes home, I'm so excited and we hang out and we talk and she's my best friend. And when she's gone, like she's gone in Miami right now doing very important work, I just miss her. I miss her. I miss her too, ZS Benedict. Zach, yo, Pizza Beard here. I didn't know your name was Zach Pizza Beard. Just sent you an article to the Stream Insta account. Would love your opinion. I will check that out. Zach, I can't call you Zach. I'm going to have to call you Pizza Beard, bro. Sorry, Pizza Beard. Coil Turd. Coil Turd. Thank you for that $2. Obviously, yes. Thank you, everybody, for anything that goes into the Super Chat. You don't have to, but you do, and I appreciate it. Coil Turd. Harry Potter water bottle. That is almost too inside of a joke to even start talking about. We were at ECC last year, and, you know, it's whatever. The cannabis cast was flowing, and that's fine. And then we were talking about how language is just sounds that you understand. I've told this on the vlog before. So he wrote, Harry Potter water bottle. It's just sounds, but you know what I'm saying. Harry Potter water bottle. Eifer again, Yig is always the best for stouts, Nick. I completely agree. Yig used to be my go-to for stouts. Barbara, you gave me $1 and you didn't do anything. So here, shout out, Barbara. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. ZS, Nick, what about pairing the beer with a random juice tasting from last week? That, ZS, that would have been an excellent idea. And I thought of it, but that atomizer had already been cleaned out. And I had no more honey bourbon tobacco, barrel-aged tobacco juice in there. Anyway, got another one from Eifer. Just a reminder, can you please send me the tracking number? Also, I had a drip tip exactly just like the black and green. Yes, I will get you tracking information, Eifer, as soon as it goes out. Yes, Pizza Beard, that tip looked like a piece from the game Sorry. Yeah, it does. It kind of looks like a game board piece, right? And I don't know why, I just like it in the K-Funds so much. I just love it in the K-Funds so much. So much. Thank you, Pizza Beard. Very gracious of you. Michelle Lynn, you don't have to. Big thanks to everyone involved with the 12-hour live stream marathon for Tia Vapes. Hell yeah. I was happy to be a part of it. I have limited amount of time, but I wanted to give you guys and Ken some time. Ken says we raised $3.7 thousand for Tia that day. Awesome. Ken, I'm just going to shout out Ken every vlog from now until the end of time, the end of vlogs. Ken is such a good guy. He cares. He gives a shit. He spent 12 hours of his own time doing a 12-hour live stream to raise $3.7 thousand for Tia Vapes and her new kid that needs all sorts of surgeries, and he's just an adorable little kid. And Ken did that. Ken did that. And that is inspiring as shit, Ken. Thank you so much. Living Hints, $50. What? Clean delivery of vids, Nick. Thanks for the years of opinion posted. Well, thank you, Living Hints. I don't have anything for you, but I really, really appreciate that. Cameron, the alien making fool Danley, $20. Get you some yig to pair with that parabola. I know. I just don't have any yig. I need to get some more yig. I'm gonna get some more yig for sure. TWDC, the world doesn't care. Hey Grim, can you shout out my fiance Sherilyn? A happy birthday. Thanks, Yo-Yo. Of course. Happy birthday, fiance Sherilyn. You are definitely shouted out. Thank you. Eifer again. Wait, an Anakin stick that uses a 2700 and not a lipo. Yeah. Where did they go? Yeah. 2700 on the inside. This is an eFest 2700. I feel like they could have just made this, because there's some room right there. I feel like this could have fit a 21700. I don't know. I feel like it could have. I kind of wish it did, but it's whatever. 2700s just work great. The Vaping Spectre, thank you very much. Thomas Wilborn, you are shouted out, sir. Thank you very much. I know, listener mail. Listener mail, viewer mail. Here's the thing. On YouTube, it's called viewer mail, and on the podcast, it's called listener mail. But inevitably, on the podcast, I always say viewer mail. Sometimes on the vlog, I say listener mail. It's fine. Eifer, I will get you those ringtones, my friend. 100%. Just want to say thanks for what you do for vaping. Kirk, thank you very much, bro. You are shouted out. It's honestly my pleasure. This is 100% my pleasure. Thomas, hey Nick, big fan. Hope to get my high five one day. Boosh. Hit it. Right there. That's a high five for everybody. Slap your screen. Punch it. Glenn Ness, thanks. That's all. Glenn, thank you. You should do an impression of me. I don't know how you sound, Eifer, and I know for sure I can't do an impression of Ken either. And I only said that because Ken is right below you. I can't do an impression of Ken. Yeah, 794 watching and 196 likes. Hit that thumbs up. Just smash that like button for me. If you're here in the chat, just hit the like button. It's going to take you 2 seconds, and I would really very much appreciate it. Tim J, how have you been? That's a very, very gracious donation. I forgot that I had not given you and Pickle a wedding gift. This money is for you two to go out to dinner or to get drunk. You guys are the coolest. Congratulations again, once a Nick, and thank you for caring so much. Tim, thank you, Tim. Thank you. I was just talking to Pickle, and I sent her a whole article about restaurants in LA. And I said, when you come back from Miami, we're going out to like a proper nice LA restaurant dinner. And I'm going to use that money, Tim J. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Jordan, no sweat at all. Sorry for the delay in sending the prints. No sweat. I mean, I'm just really, really very excited. I'm eagerly awaiting these prints, but Jordan, totally cool, bro. Totally cool. Bobby, gifting you some coffee from my company at NVE. Oh, you're bringing coffee for me at NVE, are you? I will absolutely take some coffee at NVE. A lot of people like to bring beers, but look, I'm one man. I can only drink so much beer. Coffee would be the way to go. Other things, materials would be good to go too. What does it say? Come chill with me on Long Island while Pickle is away. I'll just book a flight out to Long Island. It's no big deal. I've actually never been to Long Island. I've been to New York City multiple times, but I've never been to Long Island. Sergeant Kahoot, Retro Vape Goblin Mini soon. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you say that. But that could definitely be a possibility. Sean Hooligan, I haven't seen you in forever. Keep it real, bro. Thank you. I will keep it real, Sean Hooligan. I hope you're being the best Sean Hooligan you can be. I really appreciate that. Paranormal Vapes, you didn't want anything, but you just donated. So here is a big old fist bump for you. Paranormal Vapes. Anyway, of course this vlog runs long. Of course it does, and that's fine. And that's it. Let me take a breath first, A, and B, let me just take a quick look around. Look around, make sure I didn't forget anything. This battery needs to be charged. This juice bottle needs to go in here. So do you. This is here. Here's my troll. You guys, I think we're good. I think we're good to go. This has been a great vlog. This has been a really, really fun vlog. I really appreciate you guys coming out to watch it live. I hope you guys are enjoying the replay. Those of you watching the replay, I'm doing my best to get the replay up to the caliber that my previous vlogs were at. I'm holding myself to a much higher standard these days, and so I hope that comes across. A lot of people are... I mean, not even a lot of people. It's like a really select few people, like from earlier in the favorite comments of the week, they're like, the live vlog sucks and I hate it and everything sucks. And all I can say is I'm just trying to do the best I can. This is going to improve as we go along. And, you know, that's the best that I can offer you. That's it. I'm doing the best I can. Doing the best I can. Material, exactly. Material is always welcome, Ruby Roo. Jimmy Wolf had a few more super chats here that we're going to do before we sign off. Jimmy Wolf says Big Timber Porter Brewery from WV West Virginia. Good stuff. All right, Big Timber Porter. I'll have to check it out. Eifer, one more time. Come to Flight 1019 Tattoo Con with the squad. I would love to go to a tattoo convention. Are you kidding me? I'm dying to get tattooed again. I mean, I hate it, but I'm dying to get tattooed again. Sean Hooligan recovering from 2 back surgeries. Bro, rest up. Rest up. And Jeremy Clark, my favorite, Jeremy Clark. Yo-yo, bro. Shout out to New Zealand for doing vaping right. Yes, and I'm hoping that at some point soon, the United States gets on board, we get our act together, and we get on that tobacco harm reduction train. We need to be like the UK. We need to be like New Zealand. We need to set a date for like US needs to be smoke-free by 2030. And we could do it with vaping. We could do it. We could do it with vaping. Anyway, I think that's all we got for tonight, everybody. I really very much appreciate y'all coming out. I'm probably cutting into someone else's time slot right now, but I really, really appreciate it. I love the vlog, and Castarda. There you go, Rich. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, you guys, no matter what. You thought I was going to say it, but I didn't say it. You thought I was. Let me finish my beer before I say it. Beautiful. Let's keep on vaping, friends.